Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island is a casual adventure game that sees you stranded on a remote island, surrounded by amnesiac Greek gods who have no idea how to help themselves, much less how to help you get home. So, is it worth your time? Let's find out. Hi friends, hope you're whelmed. My name's Jess, and I've spent the better part of my weekend glued to Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island, a surprisingly cozy romp from Polygon Treehouse and Whitethorn Games. This review is a little on the shorter side because I want to make sure it's spoiler-free, but I'm going to do my best to cover the things you absolutely need to know. Also, I played the Steam version. Right off the bat, the game's strength isn't in its gorgeous art style or relaxed gameplay loop of gathering ambrosia and completing quests, although those things definitely mark it as cozy. For me, Mythwrecked's biggest hook is in its narrative backbone. Just a quick note, all the footage you're seeing today is from the first hour or so of gameplay. Because the story is so important here, I didn't want to chance any spoilers. Cool? Cool. As soon as the game begins, you'll be introduced to Alex, the playable character. During the intro, we learn all sorts of things about Alex, both confirmed and implied. Through her conversation with the boat captain, you learn she wants to be more spontaneous, but has a hard time getting into vacation mode, as her phone is constantly blowing up with alerts and texts. To me, it sounds like Alex is a resourceful type A personality who can make and execute near-perfect plans, but she always has at least one backup strategy if things don't go her way. For example, she's probably the type of person who takes hosting your birthday seriously. She'll make sure everything is exactly what you asked for or better. She has a color-coded note in her phone with all the info she needs, and if somebody brings along a party crasher or two, no big deal. She bought and prepped extra food because she knows her friends well enough to anticipate their shenanigans. On the other hand, when you're doing the planning, she shows up early with no drama and no surprises, ready to help out if you need it. This was so awesome to see because often in cozy games, while customization is amazing, it's also really special to see a character who's somebody else's darling come alive on the screen, so you can experience the story through their eyes rather than your own. Shortly after a nasty storm shipwrecks Alex on a mysterious island, she comes in contact with a talking statue and eventually those amnesiac gods I was talking about earlier. You'll have to discover each one by using your noodle to find fairly simple puzzles that unlock new parts of the island. Make sure to pick ambrosia fruit along the way. You'll need it and it spawns in abundance, so don't worry about guarding your resources. In order to gain the gods' favor and progress further along in the story, you'll have to help them with various tasks. Hermes, for example, asks you to feed the gulls around the island and find mementos from their former lives that will jog their memories. Finding mementos is actually one of my favorite parts, because it relies on a radar, sort of like a Wi-Fi signal, that gets stronger or weaker depending on how close you are to a desired memento. Sometimes they're in tricky spots, and you can't get to them right away, so you have to move on with another part of the story, then double back and grab what you were missing. If that all sounds like a lot to keep up with, don't worry. Aura, the aforementioned talking statue, gifts Alex with strange technology called an Ambrosia Dex, and while it can't help you order a pizza, it does come equipped with a map, a to-do list, all your friends, your inventory, lore, and even an in-game tab for achievements. Don't worry, you'll get the lay of the land in no time. As intriguing as the story is, it pains me to admit that it fumbles the ending. What could have been an emotionally resonant goodbye is a farewell with little fanfare. I did like what we got, I just think I was so readily invested in it from the get-go, I let my expectations get carried away, which is on me. Let's talk about what isn't in the game. Even though Alex is marooned on the island, she doesn't need to build up shelter. The lighthouse is offered to you right away, and crates of random decor items will sometimes wash ashore, to be automatically placed in your abode once you open the crates and visit the lighthouse. I'm not a huge decorator, so this is actually something I like. You also have no stamina or energy to speak of, so Alex doesn't need to worry about hunger or thirst. There are no actual survivalist elements, which means if you wanted to clear your calendar and do a run-through without saving, you totally could. The benches around the island allow you to both save and pass the time. Even if you are planning on doing a no-save playthrough, make sure you visit the lighthouse the first time Aura tells you to, so you can unlock the ability to pass the time. This is useful because each god has a schedule, and if you need to talk to them or turn in a quest, you'll have to level up their friendship to see them outside of those scheduled hours. Mythwrecked is one of those games where you can unspool its secrets at your own pace, and there's no pressure to tick things off your to-do list, so you can spend as much time as you want exploring the island. It's a fantastic way to spend the weekend, and I hope it finds the player base it deserves. For me personally, this is an immersive experience, and other than the ending, my one frustration with it is minor, and in the grand scheme of things, not a big deal at all. The island itself is huge but very uniform, so I spent a lot of time lost, even with fast travel unlocked and frequent map checks. I was absolutely hooked for the duration of my playtime and would recommend this especially to players who enjoy Dreamlight Valley, or if you enjoyed the demo of Garden Trails, I think this is going to be right up your street. Mythwrecked is a heck of a good time, and if you've played it, sound off in the comments. What did you think? Who was your favorite character? What did you like or dislike about it? Let me know. If you've made it this far, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.